guys? Xavier White here from Van White Productions Live, and welcome to episode 4 of Couch Talk.
A New Hope.
Hey, you like Star Wars? Go see that movie.
Hey. Yay! Wait, but it's not out yet.
Oh.
Yes, it is. New Hope.
Oh, no. Oh,
what are you talking about? This is 1966.
Obviously.
It's not out yet.
You mean Star Trek, right?
No. Anyways. Hi guys. So my guest today is Alex Weis.
Hi.
Rachel Hernandez. Say hi to the people.
Hello.
And Connor McCluskey.
I won't say hi. I already did.
Gotcha. Like I'm not speaking to you anymore.
Nope.
Starting now.
All right.
Wait.
Speaking to you.
And so today's episode is on Doctor Who Series 9, Episode 4, Before the Flood, which is the second part
Before
of
the
the
disappointment.
second two-parter episode.
Before the disappointment.
Yeah. So watch our review of the first part.
Yes.
Before
And also,
you watch
I wasn't
understand
there.
the review.
and also watch the episode because spoilers.
Yeah.
All of the spoilers.
All the spoilers.
Spoilers. So, anyways, I guess we'll start off with the obvious question. Initial thoughts.
Boo!
I mean, we came into
Come
this
on.
with like low expectations. We did not like the first part to it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we came
I thought it was okay, so I kind of thought this was okay. It felt really short to me. Like, it felt
Yeah.
like 20 minutes shorter than it usually is.
No,
which
okay.
is not a good sign.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to be the one that's probably against all of you. I'm going to say, I actually enjoyed this part better
Get off
than
the couch.
Burn him! Burn him!
I actually enjoyed this part better
Exterminate!
than the first part because,
I'm indifferent.
yeah, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. This was like a dry episode compared to like episodes we've seen before. This was really dry.
Compared to the season opener
Yeah.
and the second episode, yeah.
All like chock full of goodies.
But I will say this: there were moments in this episode. They actually would have expanded upon more, this could have been a really good episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
one aspect I think you could have totally messed with, and they kind of did, but they didn't spend too much time with it. The Doctor going back in his own timeline to meeting where they arrived at the place before.
Right.
And he already saw it.
We like never see that ever happening in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
We see it on occasion, but then that becomes the subject of the episode. The fact that it happened.
They went full Back to the Future to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Yeah. And I mean,
man.
Which was cool. I like that.
Yeah, no, it's a very cool
I
thing.
like that.
But it was brushed under the table.
Yeah, it was just like
It really was.
3 minutes. That's all.
Yeah, we just gotta
and like, okay, so here's spoilers. So if you're seriously still watching, what's wrong?
For
with
real.
you?
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. But
Yes.
seriously, watch the first
We love
part
you.
if you haven't seen the
We love
episode.
it.
Anyways, so the Doctor and the two other people he's with, I can't remember the names.
O'Donovan.
O'Donnell and the guy with the glasses.
I can't remember his
Who
name.
cares?
Who
I'm gonna call him the scientific Rory because it kind of reminds me of Rory a little
Little
bit.
He
bit,
does.
yes.
The non-white scientific Rory.
Yeah. Can't. Yeah. Anyway.
I think he's Indian. I think he's Indian.
Anyways.
It wasn't specified.
So
I'm
okay, so once they talk to the dude who he's from the planet that gets conquered. Now here's a little callback. If you remember the God Complex, Matt Smith's
I love that episode.
Matt Smith's. There's another character of that same race who's in there. He was the one who was always trying to get everybody else.
That was when the species was first introduced.
I gotta read
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that was
I
the
haven't
same.
seen that one in a
was the
while.
same creature.
He was of the same race.
Right.
It wasn't
I
the
haven't
same guy, the same race though.
I haven't seen that one in a while. Now I gotta rewatch it.
No,
Yeah, that's like my favorite episode of the series, of the entire series so far.
So they talk to him, then he goes away, and then obviously the Doctor and his two people go back to the TARDIS, and the Doctor from the future, like the one who's
ghost
gone,
one?
no, like
When they go back.
yeah, when they go back in this timeline, like they look at they watch him go into the ship, and then
Awesome.
And then, like, they start to go forward, but then it's like, oh no, I gotta go back to the TARDIS. It's like, no! Go to the freaking ship, watch what happens to the guy, then you can go back to the TARDIS. Because it's like, seriously, you're trying to figure out why all these people are becoming ghosts.
And you're not doing anything.
That's how you find out how they become ghosts.
That's true. But the fact that he's been thrown into his own time stream just puts him immediately on edge because that's a very serious situation. And even though he's experienced it, he knows where he saw and where he didn't.
Yeah.
He wants to be very cautious about that.
Yeah.
And we know that
He's seen every time travel movie ever.
Yeah, exactly.
He's lived every time.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
He has. So I mean, yes, he does want to go back, but he can't change that because he had to die, which they specified.
We've done
times.
this before.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where
It's like you're so afraid of like changing the future, but that's what happens in Doctor Who. You change stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're
That's
like
the
your
whole point.
previous incarnations, they weren't exactly, unless it was a fixed point in time, they were not afraid to change stuff.
and even then, like Waters on Mars.
Yeah.
Didn't totally
It's-
change the events of that,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Well, not-
like why
not-
was he so afraid of the
Earth-wise he
future?
did.
Sort of.
Why was he so afraid of the future? I don't
He just
understand.
He tried to.
He tried to, but it just altered the
But
details of that one.
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's that like
We've done this before.
yeah.
And it's pretty much the Doctor's MO. Like that's the whole reason that the time to him, because they were like, we're not supposed to interfere with time, and he's like, well, I do what I want, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like God damn it.
And I don't know, another thing, I don't usually have an issue with this, but this episode kind of pushed it way too far. They ran to the TARDIS way too much.
And they weren't even
Like,
running.
it
They
was-
were like strutting.
It's like
Yeah, they were not
They were
understanding.
it's like a get out of the situation
Man.
card. Let's
Man.
just go back to the
Man,
TARDIS.
I'm really fearing for your lives
Well, the
right
one
now.
time he was trying to test with the death of the one of O'Donnell.
Yeah, but still,
yeah,
like there's
but-
3 other times they went to the ship, back to the TARDIS, went to the ship, back to the TARDIS. Like it got old after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, the TARDIS is something that you use like in dire situations or when you want to leave.
Or when you need to hide.
Yeah,
Right.
but come on, the Doctor is smarter than this. It's like,
I want to take the TARDIS to next week so I can watch hopefully a better episode.
yeah. Well,
I mean, Maisie Williams.
Yes, Maisie Williams.
We'll get to that later. We'll get to
Yes.
that later.
so anyways, yeah, but I mean, overall, I mean, and then the Fisher King. We have to talk about the Fisher King. First of
Yeah.
all, I just have to say, awesome design.
Yes,
Very
yeah,
Yes.
Awesome
Very.
design.
Yeah.
This,
That's one of the
see,
things-
I wish we would actually get more time with this character.
And that's
Yes.
my one issue with the character is that it was like he had a good backstory.
He was
had, like,
intimidating.
he was intimidating. He had
He,
his like
he had a
character.
really cool build-up with like hearing him, his like echoing voice
Voice,
and not
and then
seeing
he
him.
revealed, yeah.
He had like
Yeah.
that like smog or like
Yeah.
very confident voice
Yeah.
in him.
Like
It
he
would've
didn't,
been awesome if
he
it
didn't
was
sound
kind
like
of a
pure. Yeah, he didn't sound pure evil. He just sounded very intimidating
Yeah,
and very
yeah, like
authoritative.
Scar from like
Imposing.
Yeah.
from like
Lion
Lion King, like Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
Love that.
Such a good thing, but again, like we had the one conversation with him and the doctor, and that was
And then he got wiped out.
And then he had,
Then he got wiped
and then he
out.
had that reverse Prince of Egypt moment.
yeah, that is
Yeah.
you know.
Reverse Prince.
Although,
Like with the sandstorm, and he's just like, take me, sandstorm.
Yeah, yeah,
That's true, and that was
Yeah.
also kind of rushed, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although-
Although I did love that the thing that came out was the thing that blew up the dam.
Yeah.
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 That was like,
That kind of wrapped it around. Yeah.
that was cool.
I will say though, it was interesting that the Doctor didn't have to say a word, and the Fisher King figured out he was a Time Lord.
Yeah, which also again made me want to see more of the Fisher King.
Yes.
'cause the
Yes.
Fisher King knows what's up.
Oh, you mean
he's
Robert?
not even that. He's heard of the Doctor.
You mean Robin Williams and Jeff Bridges?
Yeah.
Fisher King?
No, not that. No.
Oh man.
But anyway, yeah,
That would've
he
made that
was
episode
fully
better.
aware of the Doctor, and I was just like, that's awesome. Like that threw everyone off. It's just
It's like, and it's like he's like, you try to save this world over and over, but this time you're not gonna win, Time Lord.
right. I mean, he obviously has heard of it. Yeah, and he threw all of us up because we were just like, all right, main villain, let's like
Stuff's
have a
getting-
conversation. And the main villain's like, oh, I already know who you are. I'm like,
What?
Stuff's getting real.
No, you're not supposed
Stuff's
to.
getting
No, you
and
don't.
then next scene
then-
he's dead.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He got baned. Like in The Dark Knight Rises when he like has like the upper hand. You just have to imagine the fire. Boom!
And then get shot by Catwoman.
Or
Yep.
wiped out in a flood.
Have not seen that. Thanks for the spoiler.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
you haven't seen Dark Knight Rises?
I haven't finished the end.
Ooh,
Oh,
all right.
Oh, I'm
Quiet.
sorry.
It's alright.
Anyways,
You're not-
it's okay.
I'm alright.
Anyways, so I
That's
think
fine.
another aspect we should talk about is
This is awkward.
no is
What's the next thing?
next thing is the trick about the casket.
Oh. Didn't you get it first? Like,
I saw it coming as soon as like we saw the Fisher King walk out and he get hit by the flood. I'm like, wait, then who's in the cat?
Yeah. So, because like before, it makes you think like the Fisher King is in the underground base and everybody's in trouble.
Yeah.
But then
They're all
it
gonna
opens
die.
up, smoke clears. Hey, it's the Doctor wearing his Sonic freaking sunglasses.
we're in a sandwich.
Guys.
We're in a sandwich of hate.
Right?
We're in a safe
Guys,
place.
just practice a little love here.
Stop it!
Just give him a chance.
Stop it!
Give it a chance.
It's new Coke! This is a new Coke situation.
Okay,
You
try the new Coke for a while.
No! It doesn't exist anymore because
No.
why? Because it was
Okay, so in season 10, maybe we'll have the Sonic Screwdriver back. Until then, we're gonna drink the new Coke.
You don't mess with something that's like a staple of Doctor Who. Like, people know Daleks, people know Sonic Screwdriver, people know the TARDIS. You do not mess with any of those.
Although you need to keep in mind, in classic series, they did mess with this stuff. This is not the first time they've messed with that.
And it got
That's what I'm
canceled
saying.
for like 16 years. Yeah, that really worked out.
No, but I'm saying while this classic series, which ran, oh gosh, probably a good 40 years, yeah. There was a time where they got rid of the screwdriver,
Yeah.
and they didn't have it for 2 Doctors.
The third Doctor didn't have a TARDIS for, like, the better part.
Well, he did. It just
Well, he
it
did, he did.
didn't work for
But
Yeah,
him.
he was
we're
straight
not
on.
talking about new Doctor Who, right?
I know, but I'm saying
Old
this is
Doctor Who,
calling
we're
back to the fact that the
This has been
series
done
switches it up.
It's been done before, so I
But
get.
it's
No,
dumb.
I get what you're saying.
It's dumb.
Yes.
Like, if you're gonna switch it up, just do it like, oh, he knows how to, like he knows how to snap open the TARDIS. He can just do voice command or something. Like, do something. Make it. The
Well-
TARDIS is supposed to be a character. It doesn't need to be driven by stupid sunglasses.
Well, it's not driven by the sunglasses though. It's everything else is just used.
And not to mention, the sunglasses fit with Capaldi's character
It,
very
it
well.
does, but if it was just sunglasses with the character, yeah, that would be awesome. But it had to be the Sonic.
Like, I even thought about it, like, in a scene earlier, in the first part of this two-parter, when the Doctor went in there and, like, just started, like, looking at all this stuff. I'm like, if it was Matt Smith would have gone in there and started scanning crazy. But that's not how Capaldi works. Capaldi wants to see it with his own eyes.
Yeah.
And that's where I think the sunglasses come from. It's not that, like, he's not the Doctor that wants some, like, he's like, Sonic Screwdriver, whatever. I mean, you've heard him talk about his past forms.
Yeah. And I mean, okay. I still. Yes, I agree with you. I don't like the Sonic screwdriver, the Sonic sunglasses.
See, it doesn't even
But-
sound
but-
right. It doesn't
hey,
even sound right.
Let me finish. But
See,
still, it's still a good concept. I'm going to say that.
it is not a good concept. No.
Hey, it's a good
This
concept.
is Doctor Who, not Men in Black.
It's a good concept. I don't like the concept. It's a good concept nonetheless. But here's the thing. I will say that
What about an episode?
I wish that they did keep the Sonic screwdriver around a little bit. The reason I say that is because in the beginning of Series 8, in Deep Breath, there's a moment where the Doctor and Clara are trying to get the Sonic off the ground.
Yeah.
Clara says one thing. Can't you voice activate the Sonic? That's never explored. And see, that's why I wish they explore that stuff before they switch Sonic devices. Because, yes, okay, you explore all the options of the Sonic screwdriver, okay. Then I am willing to have something new, like the sunglasses. But at least, show the Sonic doing its
Well,
full
the thing
potential before you switch to Sonic devices.
The thing is, and the main reason that I'm indifferent to it is because they're not going to keep it forever.
That's
I
true.
know that,
Yeah.
but
I'm just gonna wait it out. If it gets stupid, it gets stupid.
it's already
But-
stupid.
But no, you're 100% right. Like, we were talking about, like, the Doctor with the TARDIS and, like, I forgot what you mentioned earlier about switching. The snapping.
Yeah,
switching to
yeah,
voice
yeah,
commands.
yeah.
They always do this kind of stuff. But they always bring it back, like the whole snapping thing. We saw Clara throw all the keys into the lava.
We just haven't seen the toy yet for Series 10, the new Sonic Screwdriver. We haven't seen the toy yet.
Exactly. So I mean, it's just for the meantime, we haven't seen the end of the Sonic Screwdriver. Guarantee you.
Yeah.
But for now, Sonic sunglasses, I think they're kind of a cool twist on what we're used to.
All right. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I guess.
That's fair
Okay,
enough.
so what?
That's
So
the
what,
review of the episode.
so what were we trying to talk about that segued into the sunglasses?
He popped out of the
Yeah, he popped out of the
casket.
He popped out of the
Right,
casket and saved everybody. The end.
Yeah, the ending was rushed.
Yeah, and the whole ghost thing,
Yeah.
complete and total cop out. Complete and total
It
cop
was.
out.
It turned out just to be a hologram of the Doctor. He didn't actually die.
Oh
And
my god. You could have done so much more with that concept, even though we've been through this before. You
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
done something different with it.
so much more.
Don't you do that! You dare!
That's a callback to Tenet. If you didn't get the reference.
You don't get the reference. You are not having the emotions I am right now.
I don't really care. I don't really care for Tenet. I really don't.
Really?
You know what we should do?
Anyways.
I know. I want. Okay, I take that back. I take that back. He's my least favorite Doctor so far, but he's still really, really good.
Yeah.
It's just I don't
But
get
anyways,
the hype.
Anyways, so is there any other aspects you guys want to talk about? Not hate aspects, like
I really like Cass. I really like Cass. I like the
Yes.
supporting
Yes.
characters.
And yes.
The supporting characters were very good.
Better than
I wish we had more time with them, and they weren't rushed.
other than Clara.
Can we talk about Clara in this episode? Because oh my god.
We got it past your last review too.
I know, but like, but then
She
then
was just
Because she
there.
didn't do anything.
But she
Yeah.
didn't do
just
anything. She was
there.
mildly annoying. She kind of just went through the normal companion tropes. This time, like she says, like when she and Cass are gonna go after the guy with the eyebrow, Lun, and she's like, fine, but we have to stick together. It's Clara that says that, and then
And
it's
then they
Clara
split-
that breaks off from
Yeah.
the deaf lady. It's just like, and then she's like, yeah, I'm an idiot. And I'm like,
But-
yeah, you are, Clara.
But let's,
I love the
let's
self-awareness
talk
of this episode.
Yeah.
But let's talk
This episode
about
knows
Cass.
Cass
Brilliant.
had a tough
She
moment.
is a freaking genius.
Yeah.
It's a bamf,
yeah.
and I love her so much.
I love the concept that like the smartest person can't speak or hear.
Yeah, I thought that was a
Yeah.
very nice touch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she did.
And
Because
that-
I was talking about the vibrations of the axe dragging on the floor before they even
Right.
started doing that, and then she bends to the floor, and I'm like, oh heck yes, we're getting going now.
And then like we get kind of a
Tough moment.
like a
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
a Matrix looking seeing the thing
Yeah.
like before.
Daredevil-esque.
Yeah.
Spidey
So I
sense.
thought
Spidey.
Spidey sense.
And
But yeah, no, very good character. I thought all the characters.
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of hope she comes back. Can she be the new companion?
Oh,
Can she and Lund stay
I-
on the
I-
TARDIS and be the new Amy and Rory?
Well, Cass more.
Well, yeah, but she
I
has
didn't
to
really
have
care.
Lund.
I didn't really care for long either.
Yeah.
I'm kind of biased because I'm the female
Girl.
in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady.
No, I mean, I like
Lady
Cass
Bonner's
too.
No, I
a-
yeah.
I
mean,
really
I
like
do
when
actually
she
like
came out. I was
Cass.
like, I can't wait to see what this character
Yeah.
does next.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm curious. When the phone, because there's a point
Oh,
where
yeah, the phone, that's what-
where
Brought to you by Apple.
yeah, where there's a phone that's supposed to be like watching Clara, Cass, and Lund, and then the ghost, is it
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell, takes the phone away, and then you find out that it's on the table. Okay, who seriously didn't think it wasn't a
It's a trap!
It was a trap, but I think it was like more of the promise that the doctor, who is kind of more aware of the situation and like an idea, possible way to like figure out how to get out of this mess,
Because didn't
was
they end
worth
up?
kind of springing the
Because didn't they
trap.
end up right next to the casket after that? Like when
Yeah.
when Cass and Clara came.
Why
Yeah.
didn't they just wake up the doctor then?
They didn't know it was the doctor. They thought it was the Fisher King.
Well, they didn't know what was in it.
They didn't know what was in it.
I don't know.
And the
Because the
ghost.
doctor was in it the whole time, which was a very good ending twist.
Yeah,
I
oh
did
yeah.
enjoy that.
I-
But if
that
he was
was-
there the whole time, why didn't he just pop out and like
Oh, because
just do
It doesn't. It
stuff?
probably doesn't open from the inside.
It was
Yeah.
based on the casket of the past.
Oh, right.
Because remember, if you
See,
look-
I'm looking on my phone now.
Yeah, no.
I don't care.
But because remember in the past it had all the dials were pretty much lit up,
Yeah.
and then in the base the dials were actually counting down.
Right.
So that means CJO.
I do.
Bye, mermaid. Anyways, but yeah, no, that was really cool. Anything else we want to touch on
No.
for this episode?
I really like that tense sequence when one of the ghosts was stalking Cass, and then the sound got tuned out and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the sound
It
design
made
was
you
really
feel like
awesome
in
for that
her
scene.
position and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
I hadn't really seen that on Doctor Who before.
Yeah,
Yes.
not
Yeah.
too much, no. But,
No, it was good.
so,
That's good.
I'm going to be curious to see answers to this one. What is the overall consensus? And I'm going to start with Alex, actually, because I'm really curious now.
Get him out of the way.
Man, I think it says we were watching a new episode of Doctor Who, but it did not feel like a new episode of Doctor Who. We've been through this before. He's afraid of changing the future, even though you can't change the future. Because I'm going to throw in a Terminator reference, okay? There's no fate but what we make.
There's no.
But the Doctor's been through this before, and I think I've said my say on the Sonic sunglasses. Oh my God, get rid of them. I did not care for the product placements. The Skype phone situation was dumb, and it's just it felt I didn't care. I wasn't engaged. I wasn't really engaged, and I saw the twist coming with both parts. That the Doctor's a ghost, and Doctor didn't cast it. Ooh, oh my God, what a twist!
So what's your overall rating?
3.
Okay. Rachel, what's your overall rating? Or, what's some points you just want to, highlight?
I think we pretty much went over everything as far as what I have in mind. It was probably not the best thing that's come out in the longest time, to put it very mildly.
That's being generous.
I am.
Yeah.
I try.
There's no excuse.
For whatever reason, it just felt shorter to me, and that's never a good sign in my experience. That just usually means that not much is going on. That last one felt like it went on forever, and you're almost waiting for it to end because you're waiting for the conclusion of it. Especially if you don't know that it's like a two-parter,
Yeah.
then you're it definitely kept you engaged, but that's kind of a trap because it's like
It's a trap.
it's a trap.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. I'm gonna be a little bit nicer than him and give it a 4.4.
Okay. Connor?
I am going to be a combo breaker and give it a 7 because
Whoa.
Burn him.
here's why. Here's why.
Dun, dun, dun.
Feast
Because-
on his flesh.
I agree 100% with you, Alex. This is all stuff we've seen before. This episode feels like you just took elements from other episodes of Doctor Who we've done in the
Better
past
episodes,
and mixed them all together.
The whole thing, and even in the first part, everything was kind of tropey.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tropey, and I mean, it's not like I hated any of the stuff they did. Like I thought,
No.
Didn't the black guy die again?
Yeah,
Black
like I
Guy
died
died
first,
first.
last
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
but I mean, it was all stuff we've done before, which worked really well in the episodes because they were the focus of the episodes. The Doctor going back in his time stream, that was the focus of the episode, and that's why it worked so well. The amazing villain to show up, that's what worked so well in the episode. The f***ing casket is just the Pandorica at the end of season 5.
Oh!
Wow. Yeah, it's
Like
pretty
that's
much
it.
true.
That's
It's
true.
true.
That's
Okay.
all it is.
It's-
Okay, 2.5. 2.5.
Like it's literally just pulling elements into the episode of Doctor Who, and no, don't get me wrong, there are elements I absolutely love. So that's why I'm giving it like a higher score.
Yeah.
Because this would be like an episode that like I would see and be like, all right, this was like a basic Doctor Who episode. It did not deserve to be a two-parter.
This was worse than True
whatsoever.
Detective season 2.
I'm gonna go to 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, my thing is that it wasn't a bad episode, but it could have been so much more had it been a one-parter.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one parter.
Well,
And it was
okay.
better than the first part.
Yeah.
So here's I'm the end here.
Dun dun.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
So I ended
A
up giving it a
6.
score.
Wow, a 6 and a 7 are the most positive.
No, I take that back.
Go to decimals.
6.5.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Don't give in to peer pressure.
No, I do think 6.5. Because one, the villain, while he was totally underused, I did like him. There were aspects, even though, yes, I have seen them before, that I still liked in this episode. But yeah, again, as much as I did like the stuff I've seen before, I will agree with Alex. I love how we're all agreeing with Alex. That's interesting.
Finally! Thank you!
You're welcome.
We have seen this stuff before, and it's just rehashing old stuff. Basically, again, Pandorica. Basically, it's
They were stealing from a great episode, that's why I went
There-
lower.
Yeah.
So the point I'm trying to say is, it was the most basic Doctor Who episode I've ever seen.
It was
And that's even like, I think even the classic Who has done better than this. That's how basic
I
it
love
is.
This is like Love and Monsters.
I did not like that episode. I did not like it.
What was the one with like the bees or something like that?
with Agatha Christie?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the giant wolves.
And I personally
Yeah.
do not. I hate the Runaway Bride. This is like getting in that character.
We won't talk about Runaway Bride because I love Donna Noble.
Yeah, I actually like that
Donna.
one.
On that episode, she was the most annoying character I've ever seen.
But it's
She was yanked from her wedding.
It's Catherine Tate. She was annoying because
in the episode, she was annoying. I love Donna later, but in that episode, it was just.
She was yanked from her wedding. She has a right to be pissed off.
At first she was, she's just trying to figure out stuff, so that's why she's so annoying.
Right.
I will say by the end of the episode, though, she got better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she did.
She was annoying, but that was for the
But
comedy
that
of it.
episode,
For comedy, for
Like,
realism.
but okay, you
you were.
I know we're not talking about the same episode you were before, but I want to address. I need to address
What
this.
we need to do is now.
You need to settle this shit.
But okay, put the scissors down.
No,
God.
no.
But okay,
I was joking about Mortal Kombat.
okay, you say.
You want me to put the hammer down?
Okay, you said she was annoying throughout the episode. Yes, and as Rachel said, it's also for comedy. But what
It
you
was
keep,
bad comedy.
but hey,
Hey.
but what you keep forgetting,
I didn't say what you said.
and I know you say you don't, but you do, that Donna was swept up from her wedding, and she
By a strange man.
Gets
Which is kind of an important deal.
and gets
David Tennant, though.
and gets transported into the TARDIS. Then she gets she goes all around London trying to get back, and then she gets chased by freaking Santa
She gets
droids.
kidnapped by
That's
Santa Claus
true.
in a taxi.
So the reason she's being annoyed is one, she's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Some serious shit going on.
So
And then she's got the Huon particles, and it's not a good.
Yeah.
so
She does get-
basically you need to.
It all sounds so stupid in my head.
It sounds stupid,
But it
but
works.
it works.
It didn't. It didn't.
But
There's a
it-
lot of things in Doctor Who that, taken out of context, sound
Yes.
absolutely ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Well, the series has gone better though. The series has gotten better, and now we're taking like 5 steps backwards with this.
Yeah, I don't know.
This two-parter took it a couple steps back.
Yeah.
The first couple episodes,
Those were great.
fantastic.
Awesome
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Awesome.
But these episodes just didn't do it for me.
No.
See,
It-
and I almost feel like it's like in Series 8 when, and I know it's a good-ish episode, but I'm sorry if you like this episode, but Robots in Sherwood,
Yeah, I would like to
Oh.
do this. Yeah.
I would compare that to this because honestly,
You don't need it.
It's okay.
I haven't
yeah,
seen it in
no,
a while. I need
it's
to rewatch.
it's
No, you don't.
it's an okay episode, but at the same time, it's like it didn't really do anything for the series, and it didn't really move it forward or backwards. It just kind of stuck
filler.
right.
My
it's filler.
point on that, because if you really want to know all my things, you can go see the review of that episode.
Hey.
But my big point with that is that in these early, in the season episodes, they're not trying to do stuff. The first episode is what lays the ground for the season.
Well,
Yeah.
The first couple episodes are just your basic the Doctor and his companion.
Well,
travel
but I
through
would
time.
disagree in
Sort of
this.
filler and character development.
But in this
between
case,
them.
Exactly.
Series 9 though, it wasn't just your basic Doctor and Companion episode. It took it way farther than it has like any other openings.
Yeah, in the first
yeah.
episode, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
In the first two, it took it like characters we had known, like dramatic things developing with the characters.
Character interactions
They
you
did
haven't
something
seen before.
new with
Yeah, they did
Davros
something
and
new.
the Doctor.
Yeah, it did something fantastic. But the second episode, like in every season, like try and think of just those episodes where like they'll like touch on like certain characteristics of the Doctor and stuff, but they won't do anything with it. And the reason I think we're getting so pissed off about it now, which we have a right to be, is because this is the first time we've had a returning Doctor and a returning companion in a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's insane, me and Rory, and even then, that was a opening two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, knowing what the next 2 episodes will be, because
Maisie Williams.
Maisie Williams is coming.
Williams.
It is another 2-parter, but the interesting thing is, it's like the first 2-parter was awesome,
Yes.
pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
And then there's this 2-parter, which I feel is like
Moffat
Eh.
wrote this one, right?
It was
no,
No.
Toby
No.
Whitehouse did.
Yeah, Whitehouse did.
Oh,
So
wait
you
a minute.
can't
Wait,
blame
this
Moffat.
coming? This coming?
I actually think
two-parter?
No, the
No.
one we just
Oh,
watched.
this.
Oh.
Um,
So you gotta clarify
He's
what you mean
dead
by
to me.
this.
and then the next 2, which is Maisie Williams.
He wrote that.
It's like it's
He wrote that.
good,
He wrote that. He's gonna write
Okay.
this two-parter, right?
and then really, I have a feeling it's gonna be really good.
Yeah, I have
So-
a feeling that.
Yeah, it looks
And then
good.
I
This is lower our expectations. How we're gonna vote.
It just has to be mediocre at this point for me to like it better than this episode.
Yeah, and I mean, I think after
Mediocre.
the Maisie Williams episodes, I think there are a few standalone episodes, which I'm actually kind of
There's
glad
like-
for
there's like
because we
two.
need some standalone
There's like
episodes.
2 in this season.
Yeah.
So
Why?
I don't know. I think it will get better. I seriously think it will
Yeah.
get better.
I love how the end of reviews.
It has
gonna get
nowhere
better,
to go,
guys.
but it has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go.
So yeah, I mean, so
That's delightful.
if you guys
Yeah, I think this whole
agree,
episode was just this whole review is just.
well,
That's
I
a
feel like
review
that
in
was
the-
nice.
that's a review in a nutshell, pretty much.
Yeah,
But
we need it.
Really,
We'll quit our shit next week.
really not my only, but my biggest qualm about this was Clara's character.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she like it would be different if they like portrayed her differently in the opening. In the opening, she was pretty much the most competent person in the room for no reason. Like I don't know why. Like she told Unit what to do.
yeah.
She's a woman.
Right.
No,
But-
like, no, don't you bring that into this.
That's not it. That's not it. Turn it out of the skin. Out of the skin.
Anyway.
But
I'm like the
like-
mad drunk
But like
uncle.
she doesn't even, but like
Look
she
at the
doesn't even
comments
follow.
right now.
She doesn't even follow her own instructions in this episode.
yeah, if you guys like this, obviously hit that thumbs up button for us. Share it with other people. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because these videos, actually, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to share with you guys too.
Shameless
These-
plug.
Well, no, I mean, it's because of the fans, actually. Because of you guys, you're getting our channel more notice, and that means we can give you guys more stuff in the future. So, I mean, the more you send this stuff, like share it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, whatever sites are out there, just help us get more, people, and then we can give you guys more stuff. So, I'm Zane, this is Connor,
Yo.
that's Rachel,
And I'm Alex.
and that's Alex, and we will see you guys next week.